Welcome back to Gaming Night. I'm your host G.A.M.E.R here, and today I thought I'd just go ahead and give my thoughts on another game. We're gonna have a lot of these videos coming out here today. Just thoughts on games that I played throughout the year that I'm not gonna do a full review on, but I am gonna give my thoughts on. Today we're gonna be talking about Planet of Lana. This is a game that released quite a while back in the year, first half of the year, I do believe. And this is a game I was actually looking forward to for a long time. I thought a lot of people were sleeping on it, and it came out, and I can say people still sleep on it. I think this game is really, really, really cool. I think this game is really great. The first thing I'd like to point out is that the visuals are just beautiful, just beautiful, super colorful, super creative, super just artistic, and I really just love the visuals in this game. I think the whole storytelling within the background is just some of my favorite there is, and I love when games do that, and I think this game captures that perfectly. It really is just a visually amazing game. In terms of the game's gameplay, it's pretty much exactly what you'd expect from like a side-scrolling puzzle game. Kind of like what's a good example? Kind of like Limbo, kind of. I don't know if that's a good example or not, or Inside, one of the two. Inside or Limbo, I can't remember which one I'm thinking of. Might be Inside, I don't know. But it's it's one of those classic puzzle side-scrolling games. It's kind of slow, but it's supposed to be for the type of game it is. I think the puzzles that they have in it are super creative, super well thought out, very high efficient puzzles. I won't say they're the most interesting puzzles I've ever done. There was a little bit of kind of repetitiveness to some of them, and some of them were kind of just like things we've kind of already seen before, just with a coat of paint over it. But overall, I think the puzzles did what they were supposed to. While it could have probably used a little more uniqueness to them, I think. I think where this game truly stands out here, I think the game truly stands out. Number one, within the visuals, but number two, I think the story. This is a game, and this is exactly why this was my main source of wanting to play the game, where my main source of excitement came from, is I just knew this game was going to make me cry. I just knew the game was going to make me cry, because it has this little pet that's so cute, and it was a very slow, sad looking game. You just knew they were going to make you cry, and ladies and gentlemen, I can say, you definitely will cry. And this is one of those games which I love, where when you finish the game, it'll leave you thinking for days. I still think about the ending, like, man, that's wow. It's one of those endings. And I think that's its biggest prop, is it's visually a stunning game. It's an overall fun game to play, and it just leaves a mark on you because of its fantastic story. Music was solid. I mean, the music did what it's supposed to. Not super memorable, but not like non-existent either. It was there, and you could definitely notice. It was that nice, relaxing background stuff for the type of game it was. It did its job perfectly fine. It's a relatively decent length game. I think it's around 8 to 10 hours, I think, or it might be a little less, might be a little more. Around there, it's like 8 to 10 hours. I'm pretty sure it's like around 8 hours, which I think is okay for the type of game it is. But overall, I would love to see them go a little bit bigger with the game. I think if we ever got to play Lana 2, which it's not going to happen, it's just not going to happen, I don't think, especially the way it ended. My biggest critiques is I wish the puzzles were a little more engaging, and I wish there was an overall little bit of a speed increase, because it did get really slow and really kind of the pace felt very sluggish at a lot of points in time in the game. I think there were when there was stealth, and when there were a lot of things happening in the background, it was super exciting, super thrilling. But when there's not, it can get really sluggish in terms of pacing. And I know that's kind of the game it is, but there are ways to work around that. So that's what I would go ahead and say about that. But overall, I think it's a really solid game, guys. If you like those kind of side-scrolling puzzle games, definitely give this, or super story-driven games as well. Visual storytelling as well. If you like any of those type of things, I would definitely recommend giving this game a try. It is on Game Pass, I do believe, unless it left. But I don't think it would have yet. Definitely go give it a try. It's a really great game, a really great play. I'd for sure recommend it. But overall, I think it was a really, really good game. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. That's going to do it for me. Thank you all so much for watching. I already said that. Have a good one. Peace.